Alright, my friends, welcome back to the Minish cap. Thank you for standing around a moment and standing by, letting me have a short break. We'll do something. Hopefully we can have some fun now. Boy, that Tarzan game is terrible. So I got my Game Boy Color here. I can't properly show it off. This is how I would walk around with my Game Boy. Back when I was in school, I was the coolest guy. Can't really. It used to hang a lot lower on me. This little satchel thing here. So we're gonna see if Tarzan. So loud. We're gonna see if Tarzan buzzes. The buzzing stopped. Well, I mean, I turned the audio off. Don't give the game credit it doesn't deserve. Alright, these batteries are still good. So let's see. Quiet, Zelda. We're trying to listen to something. I don't know if you can hear it at all. It doesn't buzz in the same way that it did in the Game Boy player, but there is definitely a crackling that's happening constantly. That's happening constantly under the music. I don't know if it picks it up, but there's definitely a sound that I think it doesn't come across as a buzz on this speaker because it's terrible, but I think it's the same sound. Horrible game. So they should have known. They should have known something was up with the audio, because it's definitely unsatisfactory, even on the Game Boy hardware. Though it is not the same buzz. Alright, well, with that little experiment out of the way, now we can actually begin playing the game for real. So this isn't the time to idle about, you lazy boy. We have to go search for the elements while Malari works on that sword. The game is yelling at me for stopping playing. That's like... That's the very opposite of what Nintendo games usually do. Usually characters interrupt your game to tell you to take a break. Alright, so this is a first playthrough. Like all my first playthroughs, I'm wanting to do it as blind as possible. So I may be confused and stuck and lost at times. But that's okay, even if I... Even if I get to the point where I am crying desperately and seem like I'm either asking for help or trying to subtly fish for hints, I assure you I'm not. Your sword won't make a dent in their thorny armor. Flip them over before you strike. See, I don't even like Eslo giving me hints, and he's just the epitome of rudeness. I don't think I have a weapon that will let me flip them. Oh, never mind. I have exactly what I need. Gotta guess the map. Compass. I'm enjoying this game quite a bit. It is Capcom did a good job. Very good Zelda game. I like Eslo. I like the puzzles in this game a lot. It's got a decent look to it. I feel like I've enjoyed the dialogue pretty much so far too, so really just a lot of positive things to say about this one. I'm not really crazy about the Kinstone stuff, and the overall sort of story is kind of mediocre, but that's alright, because I'm not playing for that anyway. Welcome in, VR1? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce. VR1 Skos Circuit? I would welcome you to educate me on how you'd like to be addressed. This is the Minish cap on the Game Boy Advance, though. We're up to we haven't been playing it all that long. We're up to Dungeon 2. Circuit is fine. Right on. And thank you. Apologies for my poor reading abilities. This is a pretty good one. If you haven't tried it out, I'm actually working through it now for my very first time. I'm a pretty big Zelda fan, but there's a handful of games in the series that I've missed out on, and it's nice to being able to get around to It's nice to be able to get around to one of them. Everyone does it. It's cool, my guy. Right on. I haven't. I've missed out on the Oracle games and Skyward Sword. I never finished A Link Between Worlds, and I haven't done the other DS games. I think that's it. I haven't played the CDI games. I would like to get to those at some point. We'll see. We'll see whether or not that happens. Thank you for the follow, Circuit. Very nice of you to come on board with us. I really appreciate that. This must be what the humans who built this mine used to get around in here. Maybe we should hop in. What? After all this, you don't expect me to believe you're scared? There's nothing to be afraid of here. Come on, let's go. Alright, so I said before that I like Eslo, and I do like Eslo's attitude. When it comes to his flavor text, I do wish that he didn't feel the need to tutorialize me so much. He's not the worst offender at that, but sweet jumping jellyfish, that was awful. Hey kid, what are you smiling about? I knew it was madness to risk our lives in that rickety human contraption. From now on, let's just stick to our feet. Well, I mean, your feet. Have there been bombs? Because these are bombs. They're a little different, but they're basically bombs. Have there been bombs in another Zelda game? Like this? I'm trying to think. The only other place I would think of a game that I've played is maybe in Link's Awakening, but there's just a lot of Mario stuff in that game, but I don't remember any bombs. Oh, cool. I don't think I noticed before that double strike will freeze them in place. How interesting. So there was a portal hidden away in here. Whenever you want me to shrink you down, just hop up here and press R. I guess we don't really have much of a choice. This, so far, is a very linear dungeon. Did we miss something? I think I skipped part of the animation. Which is not really a big deal if I did, but usually it... Nope, it cut it out. Wow, that's interesting. Usually it shows inside the portal point of view. Alright, I'm gonna guess these guys are impossible. I did see there was a path back there. An upward path. Oh, probably. Ooh, heart piece. Nice. Heart pieces are not used very well in this game. You can't collect it when you're small? Wow. Oh, I can't cross the railroad tracks either. Awfully foggy in here. I supposed to drop down? That looks painful. I can't. Can't walk across those stones either. Oh no! Oh my, it looks like really, really hot in that. It looks really, really hot in that lava. Trust me, falling into that would be a bad idea. I'm sure you agree. Kinstone piece coming our way. Those platforms regrow. That's nice. Oh, okay, we can. Perfect. I was a little unsure of how we were going to get around those fire blobs. And we've got our map. One of my devices is falling asleep on me. Oh, wait a moment. Ah, I could put the fire out. I didn't think about that. Nice. Alright, let's see if there's anything hidden up here. I'm glad I actually thought of this. Even though there appears to be nothing here. Quick! Quick! Oh. Cool. Yep. Oh! Oh, very cool. We use them... Okay, so we don't fall in the pits. Hey, that's great. I like that. Well done. That's not quite what I wanted to do there. Okay, we got the important ones though. This is very scary. No, I missed. Quick, land safely. This is probably going to take a few attempts. Alright, not bad, not bad. Got a small key. Use it to open a small door. Okay, I got a key though. was momentarily concerned about. That minecart sure gets a lot of speed. Ah. Pretty sure I can just jump down here. No, I can't. What? It seemed like I could just easily fall down there. Okay. Oh, that was all my ideas. Ow. Okay, very scary. No, I'm always setting bombs down when I don't mean to. My instinct is to use A as the do stuff button instead of R, and so I'm constantly constantly pressing A when I want to interact. All right, almost to a new heart container. Okay, we can hop down here. Not bad, little combat room. You got the cane of Pachi? This mystical rod has the power to flip things over. Use it to charge up energy and holes and then flip up on out of it. Don't want to do that. I thought we would just fire across the first one. Hey kid, why don't you take that cane of Pachi and fire it at that hole? I mean, you never know what'll happen until you try, right? Interesting. I'm not... The logic of that is somewhat strange to me, but, you know, not bad. The kart riding is just something else. Yet another small key has become ours. I'm not looking for anything in particular. I just figured it might be a good idea to take a moment to see what our options were. I think perhaps there had not been an opportunity to use this before. Oh no, I'm being drained of my money. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. It's a blade! Oh no! What a terrible thing for that to be. Cool. Uh-oh. Oh. No, I have to leave it and come back. I thought I was being clever putting one of them over there. That's the most foolish thing I could have done. is, I don't really want to necessarily always throw them. I wish I had a drop option. Why are they all... 3 of them are lined up one way and the last one is different? They should all be the same, or they should all be unique. Okay, treasure chest up there. Treasure chest right here. No need to worry about that one, though. Alright, this chest. Kinstone pieces. Kinstone pieces are just everywhere. Oh, boss room. Boss key. No, no, I didn't want to walk off. Got me, but the penalty wasn't that bad. Wow, what a terrifying room. It looked like we were approaching the end of this dungeon, and there's just a whole lot more stuff everywhere. But this isn't the time to idle about, you lazy boy. Alright, that's what he said when we turned it back on. Oh no, I have no idea what the path through this area looks like. Ooh, there's a chest right over there. Almost missed that one. 100 rupees, how exciting. That's a lot of money. It's important when you're in this mode to drive Link around by watching his shadow. That's how you know when you're heading the right way towards something. The shadow is much more reliable than, you know, the Link character if you're in line with something. My instinct before was to just make sure his feet were lined up with the thing I wanted to go to. And I realized that would be a bad idea. You got the big key, use it to open big doors. It does say, because I always want to say use the small key for a small door, but it does actually say big key for big door. That's great. Alright, I think that's it. I'm pretty sure we cleared this place out. I don't see anything left on the map. This dungeon was a lot more like straightforward than the first one. It's still interesting, but I didn't get lost and confused like I did the first time. Oh yeah, I did the first dungeon. Fairy? That's kind of what I was hoping for. Come here. Come be my friend. Have you found any jank within this game yet? Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. Like, I didn't update my title, so I was kind of thinking people might be scrolling and see the thumbnail and think, who's this clown that thinks the Minish Cap is a jank game? Ferrum Tusk, welcome in, Tusk. Happy Wednesday to you. And I can't really say that I found anything that's really jank. The flight is a little bit difficult to adjust your direction. I don't really know that that's, you know, I wouldn't really call it jank, but just kind of a... I think it's moderately intentional that it be clunky. This winged friend will come to your aid if your life energy is depleted. Happy Wednesday, thank you. Alright, down we go. It might go the other way. Look at this guy, he thinks this game is jank too. I don't know. Oh, I'm set on fire. It's hard for me to think that anyone would really consider this to be jank. I mean, maybe, you know. Nice. I like this boss. This is cool. This is a cool boss. Oh no! I mean, the lava can stop growing at any time. I thought it was gonna stay. I thought the lava was gonna stay big and the bigger version of this boss was gonna come out. I'm having difficulties. Wow, he just when he comes out of the big lava pool, he just goes Rambo mode with the fireballs. I think that's a victory. Victory. All right, a very good boss. That was a lot of fun. And we got the next thing. We got the fire element. Beautiful. Flames bring light to darkness and warmth to all. The fire element is the embodiment of that power. Okay. Get our heart container. Touch said I'm in the middle of an insane downpour right now. Good old 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, thunder and lightning, and a great torrent of water that is more akin to a waterfall than rain. My goodness. Sounds like a good time, Sir Rack of Lamb says. Hopefully you have the high ground. I certainly hope you're not at risk of flooding, Tusk. That's that's dreadful to even think about. I hope you're able to enjoy the storm from somewhere safe. Are you fighting a Pokemon now? These crossovers are getting a little out of hand. Sparrow, welcome in. Happy Wednesday, my friend. Happy January. It's hard to be happy, Sparrow. January's been very bad to me. If you thought that Barbie game from last night was abysmal, we played Disney's Tarzan on the Game Boy Color at the start of the stream, and I think it's the worst thing. I think it's the worst thing we've done on the stream. It is miserable. I am dreading returning to it. Cap Sid, good to see you. What was your name again? You were close. You almost got all the right letters in all the right places. That's what I'm glad for there. I'm in technically on the top of a very big gradual hill. Nice. So all the water is draining down into a river that can handle having a lot of extra water. Great, great. Well, I still wish you safety in the storm. I like to enjoy a storm, but they can be quite scary. Uh, hey, now this is the month I am born. I was born in Jank. That's right. That's right. Happy birthday, Sparrow. I have to forgive me. I don't recall if you shared the precise day. Um, it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult to hold on to all the facts. It's the 9th. Happy early birthday. I will endeavor to remember that, and I will likely fail, but please, I ask for your forgiveness in advance. I saw you rated Spacies, yeah, and saw his reaction when you said the 2 games you played. Yeah, we played last night. We played Barbie, Horse Adventure, and Dark Souls. It was quite the pairing. Coming soon is a major stream of maybe 4 hours of music. Nice. All from the days where I first started DJing. Wonderful. I hope that goes well for you. Of course, I'll drop in if I catch you live. Your life energy has increased and been replenished. I can start moving around a little bit in the game again. Barbie's Dark Souls adventure, exactly. Try to provide some notice in the Discord. Right on. It's always we don't line up super conveniently for me, but it's always nice to catch you when I can. Budafingers, good to see you, my friend. Frownie, did you know Eslo went to college? He has a degree in administration. Well done, well done. That's a good one, Budafingers. I like that even better than a couple times we've had a play on diminishing, but I mean that pun's not really a pun because that's why the game is called the Minish cap. It's like it's the same. You're not changing the meaning of the word. It's the same root. So this is hats off for this one. There's probably a raid train from my German friends for my birthday. Nice. It's far better than mine, really. Hats off, also a good pun for Eslo. You know what? I said it, I didn't even catch it. Just like Eslo, it went right over my head. Oh, that was hot. It was so hot I thought my fibers would catch fire. But it's over now. I suppose we should go back and speak to Malari. Let's make it happen. I know I just passed where we want to go. I just wanted to take a look down here. See what was what. I should have brought the red tunic. Welcome in, Zelda dude. Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Oh, you made it back safely. Fantastic. We were all starting to get worried. I think your sword might be ready. The boss was just putting the finishing touches on it a second ago. Most the characters, it seems there's not really a purpose to speaking to them more than once, but... Ting-along, tong-along, the sacred sword is done. Okay, they're just saying the same thing. Wow, that was fast work, but not so fast that I didn't finish your sword. Here, take a look. I call this new blade the White Sword. You got the White Sword. It's a beautiful white blade, sparkles with light. You can put away your grandfather's sword now. Once you infuse it with the power of the elements, it will become a sacred blade. The Forest Elder, no doubt, told you this part, but if you want to infuse the sword, you must go to the Elemental Sanctuary. The Sanctuary is a strange realm trapped between two worlds. It is the bridge between the Minish world and the human world. The doorway to the Sanctuary opens only once every 100 years. You'll find that door hidden within Hyrule Castle. Once the blade has been filled with the power of the four elements, you should be able to break the curse on your princess. I know you can do it after all. You made short work of that human mine. Let me tell you about a shortcut you can use to get down from the mountain. You'll find it right in front of the entrance of a mine you just explored. Just follow that, and you'll be down in no time. Good luck. The Sanctuary is a strange place that borders the human and Minish worlds. The doorway to the Sanctuary opens only once every 100 years. I believe the entrance is somewhere in Hyrule Castle. Said basically the exact same thing, but... Ting-along, tong-along, digging holes for kinstones. That's what they mine as kinstones? I didn't realize that. Ting-along, tong-along, deep down, dig joy in the ground. My favorite Zelda NPC's line is, "I am error." That's a great line. That's actually a tremendously useful line of dialogue. As much as it gets mocked all the time, it's very important later in the game that you know who Error is, because you have to go back to him. I dug up a kinstone piece near here. Frownie, have you tried Golden Sun for GBA? If not, I really recommend it. So I have Golden Sun for the GBA. I played it a little bit when I was a kid. I never finished it. I think I was... I don't know. I couldn't understand it. I've never been super good at RPGs, and so I played it for a while, and I remember liking it, but finding it very difficult to figure out how to make progress and such. I'd probably have a much better time with it now, and I expect we will probably do it at some point, but it's going to be probably pretty far down the road. This game is so underrated. I really like this game so far, Jeff. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Ting-along, tong-along, dig down, dig around, dig the ground for iron. Something like that. Ting-along, tong-along, dig along for iron. Alright, I think we've exhausted the wonders of this area. Sounds like the boot scootin' boogie. Heel toe, do-si do. Come on, baby, let's go. I took a nice nap through your Tarzan anger. Tarzan was an absolutely miserable experience. Just the worst of the worst. 0 out of 10. Now I'm having a traumatic flashback to high school where in the first year we were all forced to dance, Sparrow says. I'm not really much for dancing. That's probably not very difficult to imagine. Ow. At Tarzan, I suspect I'm gonna have to play again. I'm really not looking forward to it. Speaking of jank, I've been digging through the PlayStation 2 library lately, and remember, there were all those horrible Bionicle games. Any opinion on those? I'm afraid I'm not familiar with them. I think the Bionicle things, the Bionicle stuff was becoming a thing right as I was, basically right as I was losing interest in Lego when I was young. Yeah, those are the lyrics. May I ask how old you are, Frownie? I'm basically the same age as the NES. I don't imagine the exact date and day are particularly important, but I was born right around the release of the NES. Frownie is 15. Frownie is 25. I always see Bionicle in the GBA discount bin. I mean, maybe it'll be worth it. Maybe it'll be worth exploring. Maybe it'll be. Maybe it's just the kind of jank we need. I'll I'll probably, you know, if I see some discounted GBA games, I'm usually pretty likely to snatch them up, regardless of what they are. So a Bionicle game or two may enter my collection at some point. I'm currently celebrating the 13th anniversary of my 20th birthday, Zelda Dude says. Stop making me do math. Only Zelda game I've completed was Breath of the Wild. Really enjoyed it. It was like playing Zelda with a hint of Elden Ring. I really love Breath of the Wild. I know some other Zelda fans didn't really get into it, and some really hated it, but Breath of the Wild was just magical for me. I loved it. Very, very little that I might have changed about that game. I feel like I have a vague memory of one of my friends buying one of those Bionicle games, Jeff says. I know my video game knowledge. Sometimes bad games have a certain charm about them. Like Deadly Premonition is the best worst game of all time. The dude said early in the game, my coffee warned me about this. My sister really likes Deadly Premonition. She wanted me to play that one on the stream, but I told her I didn't think I'd really be comfortable with it because I looked at the ESRB rating. And I believe some of the things it's rated for make me think I wouldn't be very comfortable playing it on stream. Deadly Premonition is amazing. If you like Twin Peaks, you'll like Deadly Premonition. I've actually never watched that. Frownie, you're a kid still. I'm around the same age. I'm young at heart, which is what's most important. It's a bit violent and suggestive, but in a Japanese cartoony kind of way, Jeff says. I wonder if you were to re-rate things based on today's standards, how many games and films would fall down a notch or two? Probably most of them. I don't necessarily know that I feel that would be a good thing. And that's not actually a commentary against things with mature content. I certainly don't have a problem with that, but I do think that it's better to have clear categories. and the sort of lowering and fuzzying of rating standards makes that much more difficult. I own Deadly Premonition on GOG. Almost done with Alan Wake, which I really enjoyed. Do you think I'd like that game? I wouldn't be able to answer that for you, Angelus, but maybe someone else would be able to. It's more janky than Alan Wake? Well, that sounds like a plus to me. Same here, my friend. Until I'm 90, I will still be as young as a kid, Capsid says. I prefer the bizarre writing of Deadly Premonition, Jeff says. At least I feel like the ERB and stuff were a lot more strict a decade ago. Yeah. Sorry, but I can't let you pass. We've sealed the area off because of Vati. I think you'd really appreciate its jank factor. Maybe I'll look deeper into it and potentially reconsider. Jank is an art form in Deadly Premonition. I'm not going to make any promises to get right around to it, but... I may risk spoiling myself to a little bit to see what it's like. Alan Wake is a must-try for me, Capsid says. Are you sure I look alright? I never know what to wear to formal occasions. I must find the Elemental Sanctuary to fill the sword with elemental power. I'd never have looked for the Elemental Sanctuary in Hyrule Castle, though. You know how to get there, right? Let's go. So the 4 elements, we've got Earth and Fire, and now we have the White Sword to absorb their power. That means the Sacred Blade's power has almost been restored. Excuse me, why do you look so confused? Don't you understand what's going on? The Elemental Sanctuary exists between the human world and the Minish world. Here, let me explain with a little example. In a ham sandwich, the Elemental Sanctuary would be the ham between the 2 slices of bread. You've still got that look. Did I just make it more confusing? I'm waiting for the real sequel to play Alan Wake. Alan Sleep. Wouldn't that be a prequel? Control is a game that I would highly recommend. Definitely in my top 10. There's even an Alan Wake related DLC for it. Hey, Tolatier, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Trying to type your name with my useless right hand. Hopefully I got it right. Darkest Dungeon, is that what you're up to? How did it go for you? And welcome Friends of Tolatier as well. Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for coming along. Yeah, Minish Cap. We've been working on it for a couple nights. It's a good time. I like Minish Cap quite a bit so far. It's good. One of my favorite roguelikes. Right on, right on. I feel like a comment got swallowed there. There it is. The game's been tweaked quite a bit since the last time I played it, hopefully for the better. Control's a great game. Should play Control eventually. I heard it's part of the Alan Wake universe. I must say the graphics are really good on this Zelda. I thought it was like a Steam HD release or something. It's all right looking. I mean, there's a lot of good looking games on the Game Boy Advance, right? This is on Game Boy Advance, and we're playing it with the GameCube, with the Game Boy Player attachment on the GameCube. But that shouldn't change anything about it. There's a ton of kerfuffle in the day over video games, over whether video games are going to turn us into violent criminals. The SRB was more strict back then, indeed. My thoughts on that are probably a lot more moderate than most people would appreciate. I would be interested to see if there were any hard science. On what sort of effects media has on people, but I would never argue that such media shouldn't exist, but I don't think that clear and distinct rating categories are a problem. All I've managed to do is traverse a circle. Definitely try it. It's very action-oriented, lots of lore, but it's very demanding graphically. Almost done with Alan Wake, so I need a new spooky game to fill Saturdays. As that is my devoted to spooky. That's my day devoted to spooky games. Unless it's October, then every day is devoted to spooky. Yeah, and I don't even know who that is, Buddha Fingers. So I don't know the story behind it. Frown, look, see how that doorway glows? Could that be the door that leads to the sanctuary? Nobody in the castle seems able to see it but you and me. Let's go, quickly. It didn't look like it was glowing before to me. Tormented Soul is kind of cool if you like early Resident Evil style gameplay. Don't own that one yet. One of the thousands of games I don't own. So this is the elemental sanctuary then. This is where we can infuse your blade with the power of the elements. Yes, there seems to be a pedestal for your sword right in the middle there. Oh, right on. So I think I figured out how this is going to work. We're going to be able to use these pads to duplicate Link based on how many elements our sword has been infused with. We'll be able to create a certain number of links for solving these sort of puzzles related to these pads. Jack Thompson was enemy number one in video games for a while. Penny Arcade roasted him endlessly. He made waves with lawsuits against Rockstar for GTA and basically saying video games should be banned. I don't think that he and I would see eye to eye. Alien Isolation is good if you haven't played that. The powers of the earth and fire elements have infused your blade. Let's see if I can't read that tablet for you. Fill your sword with power and walk over the glowing tile. Perhaps it refers to those flashing spots on the floor around you. Well, what are you waiting for? Try it, Frown. Right on. Oh, you just split in two, so this is the power of the white sword. I guess you can double yourself like that anytime you see those panels. Perfect. I vanished him. I walked him into a wall, and he ceases to exist. Here's a game concept. The main character, aptly named Agent Frownie, Capsid says, wakes up to find that his game cartridges have come to life and become monster-like, and the only way to get rid of them is by beating them. Get it? It will be beat 'em up, indie available in old platforms. And then you said in all platforms. In old platforms would be more appropriate for me, though, I think. Alright, so we've got to use this to exit. This should be no problem. Victory. We could just replace Frownie as the main character in Kid Chameleon. It's close. Bought the Resident Evil 2 on remake, the Resident Evil 2 remake in the Steam sale. Curious to see how different it is from the original. Angela says it's a masterpiece. The 3 remake, well, it's got a lot of action. I thought I was being original. The only problem with your idea there, Capsid, is I don't play a ton of beat 'em ups. A platformer would be a lot more to my taste. I would imagine more like a like a Donkey Kong Country situation, Where some villain has kidnapped my game horde, and I have to go on a quest to recollect them. Sounds like a lot of work, though. I'd probably just start emulating. One bad thing about the storm, I just spent about 20 minutes picking up all my recyclables. The bins are at the curb for pickup, and the wind blew over the recycling. I locked the bin lid. Set a reminder to unlock it tomorrow. What about instead of Kingdom Hearts, it was Frownie and rental carts? Well, that could be a thing. Interesting. You're the last person I expected to find here. And just as I was wondering who could be behind this, I find my old master. Uh-oh. Vati. And as always, you're dressed in the shabbiest of rags. My curses are not to be mocked. The one I cast on you is most powerful. No matter what power you wield, you will never break it. You haven't changed in the slightest. I should never have created that cap. It only fueled your insane desires. Fool, a hat that grants the wishes of its wearer is a spectacular creation. Thanks to you, I have gone from being a meek, minuscule nothing to the greatest sorcerer alive. You cannot stop me now, and I have you to thank for it. Accept this small gesture of gratitude from me. Wait, Vati, wait. Boss time. Whoa! Moblin time. I mean, never mind. That I would definitely not call that a boss. That foul Vati, what could he be scheming now? Frown, I feel I owe you an explanation of what has happened. You see, Vati and I are both Minish. I was once a famous sage and a renowned Minish craftsman. Vati was only a boy when I took him on as my apprentice, but he became enchanted by the wickedness in the hearts of men. One day Vati took a hat I made for the humans, my pride and joy. It granted the wishes of its wearer. He put it on without permission. Vati, what are you doing there? This is human Eslo. Welcome in, Gaza Dazzler. Happy Wednesday to you, and thank you for the lurk. What a vile form you've taken. Vile, I am a sorcerer now, and my power is beyond compare. No longer will I tire away as your apprentice. Now all shall call me master. Why, Vati, what are you plotting? This year, on the day that comes but once a century, the portal opens, and when it does, I shall claim the light force as my own. I will be transformed perfect, and there will be none who can stop me. Gah. Aha. Aha ha 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 ha. Tell me, how does it feel, my sorcerer's curse? Do you see, Eslo? I am truly your master now, and you cannot stop me, and with that I must be leaving. Welcome in, Moo Moo Cow. Thank you for joining us. How many kids sit through all this dialogue? Why do modern games always have insane amounts of story that kids don't like? I couldn't agree more. I like this. I like this game, to be clear, but the only story, the only story I need in a game is just an arrow pointing me to the boss. All I need is just give me an excuse to walk to the right. That's all I need. You know the legends, of course. The gifts the Pickery gave the humans. What you call the Pickery Blade was the first of those gifts. The second, well, you call it Light Force, but it is a source of limitless magical power. If Vati were to get it now, it would be devastating. I came to the world of men hoping to stop Vati, and I met you in the woods. But it seems we won't be breaking the curse on me anytime soon. However, with the Sacred Blade, we can certainly restore Princess Zelda. I'm sorry. All that has happened has been due to my own pride, my folly. I must rely on you, on your power, until we put it into Vati. Well, Frown, enough fairy tales. We must search for the next element. Alright. Freedom. Free to move again. I gotta catch up with the chat, though. I've fallen way behind, and I want to make sure I don't miss what people have to say. So I'm going to do a little bit of reading here for just a moment. A game concept, Agent Frownie Stream Simulator. You play as a streamer who has to play through a bunch of bad games. Could it be this is all a simulation and I will wake up and be someone who doesn't play bad games at the end of this all? It sounds like it sounds like I'm harshly criticizing the Minish cap when I read these kind of things while playing this. If you've come in late, you have to understand. I was playing Tarzan on the Game Boy Color earlier tonight, and it was the most horrifying experience I've ever had. This game is recovery. That's an even better idea, Frownie. I would add the main antagonist uses various enemies from the games you've beaten to try and stop you. First Resident Evil game, Zelda Dude says, I played was the original Resident Evil 3. I was too young to be playing it. It terrified me. I handed the case to my parents and said, I don't care what you do with it, just get rid of it. What would Frownie's weapon be? I think a wooden sword is a strong contender. The reset sword, of course, Budafinger says, right? You've yet to see my final form. Gaza Dazzler came in. The most powerful of weapons. Getting late, take care, everyone. Take care, Angelus. Hopefully we'll see you again. Hope you sleep well. Back when cutscenes were unskippable. Well, I never skip the story stuff, but I frequently want to. I don't play games for non-interactivity. So anytime a game is taking control away from me is it can very quickly become time wasted. So like I don't mind a bit of story in my game, but it needs to be, you know, keep it brief and amusing. Don't you know, my time should be considered as valuable. I haven't solved the mystery of those trees yet. We can probably go over this way now. Yeah. I missed. Ooh, run! Vale Falls. Oh, I think this is a completely new area for us. I think we saw a ranch earlier, and I was, the Lon Ranch. Yeah, I'm trying to get over there. And then maybe we'll see about heading up in this direction. God of War's just entered the chat, so that game has a lot of cutscenes. Movie games on Game Boy, always a bad idea. Always a bad idea. Random Kinstone? That's pretty nice. Oh, here we go. They're just open now. That's great. I tried Aladdin on Game Boy. I'll just stick with the SNES version. I didn't know there was a Game Boy version. That's probably pretty dreadful. Honestly, where did Dad go this time? I leave for just a few minutes, and he locks up the ranch and takes off. Well. I was too scared to play Resident Evil 4 alone, so I made my mom sit in my room, Jeff says. My mom hated seeing Resident Evil 4, then I got her into video games and gave her the typewriter. Now she loves it. Oh, she's standing in front of a door. Aladdin's also on the Game Gear. Kids say Dark Souls is hard, but back when I was a kid, we had Lion King on Sega Genesis. Lion King on Sega Genesis changes a man. Zelda dude says. I had the SNES version of it. I don't know how similar or different they are, but I can't really say I'm a huge fan of the Super Nintendo Lion King. I've never beaten it. Minish Woods. What is this? Fairy Fountain. Nice. Mega Man on the Game Gear is so bad. Beware. First Resident Evil game I played was Resident Evil 2 on the Nintendo 64. I really liked that game. I spent a lot of time with the GameCube remake of the first one, and I played a little bit of Zero. I got myself soft-locked in Zero, though, and so I abandoned it and never went back to it. And I think that's my I think that's my entire history of Resident Evil. I don't think I've played anything outside of those. 2, Remake, and 0. Welcome to the Adventurer's Spring. I have need of many rupees. Please throw all of yours into the spring. Sure. Really? You know that if you do this, you will have absolutely no rupees left, right? Will you really throw them all in? Sure. You are most kind. I do not really need your rupees, but I must reward such a kind adventurer with some of my power. Nice. You got a big wallet, now you can carry more rupees. I already had a big wallet. May light shine on your quest. I already had a big wallet. Hand over the cash? Yes? No. 0 isn't very good. I mean, I kind of liked what I played of it, but... I remember it being very weird. There was some enemy that could, like, control beetles with his mind or something. I think they might have been influenced by the Mummy for that. I don't know what portion of the game I made it through, though, so... My opinions of it should not really be counted for anything. They're only very vaguely formed. Okay, I think we've pretty thoroughly traveled through all of this area. Story with Lion King was Aladdin came first, and it was too easy. People could rent it, beat it before it's time to return it, and send it back without needing to buy it. So to fix that, they made Lion King impossibly difficult. I do recall it being quite hard. I just planted a big old bean. It hasn't sprouted yet, but when it does, it's gonna be a big sucker. Alrighty. The writing is cute. Switching between the two characters was clunky. From a distance, those enemies look like minions. They do. The gun reminds you of the gravity gun from Half-Life 2. Sadly, I've never played a Half-Life game. What is this? Oh, yeah. This guy's still in the way, though. Goodness, we rarely get visitors here. Tell me, how did you get here? Nobody believes me, but I saw a ghost that has taken hold of Granddad. We already did this. Well, well, well. Look at how the color has come back to his face. How can I ever thank you? I still have a hard time believing he'd been possessed by a monster, though. Okay. There's nothing new to do here. Half-Life 1 and 2 are great games. Perhaps someday we'll give them a try, but yeah, I haven't actually played them. I played the Portal games, though. You're very good at cutting grass. Thank you, Jeff. Is that, Insetaccio? Bad Bug? Welcome in. If I may shorten your name to Bad Bug, I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Was this game made by Capcom? It was. I think the Oracle games are also Capcom. Stream Kyle, good to see you. Happy Wednesday to you, my friend. Zelda dude, you won't believe this. I was thinking something very... Wait a minute. Link starts with 3 hearts. Link's Awakening came out in 1993. The Triforce has 3 edges. Half-Life 3 confirmed. You won't believe this, but I was sitting here, ever since I said I've never played one of the Half-Life games, I was sitting here thinking, I used to work with someone who worked with or for Valve in some capacity, like as a freelancer. He worked on the particle effects in, I think, Portals. Not in Portal, but he worked on the particle effects in, like, portals or doorways in Half-Life or Half-Life 2. A remaster or an update of one of them. I don't know the details. But I know he had some sort of job working on one of the Half-Life games in some capacity. And every conversation we had about him, every conversation I had with him was just about me interpreting things that he said as secret code that he was trying to confirm that Half-Life 3 would soon be released. And I was sitting here thinking about how to communicate that story. Ever since we brought Half-Life up. Unfortunately, all that time spent did not enable me to communicate it well, but there you go. There's my attempt. They did a good job of capturing the essence of 2D Zelda, yeah. I think they did. Phenomenal with this game. Arf, arf, arf. The Swiftblade School in the south end of town is really awesome. The teacher Swiftblade has an amazingly direct teaching style. I wish I could train there. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to go back to the sword school and get a new technique. People always talk about Half-Life 3, but I want Portal 3, Stream Kyle says. I mean, I would be more interested in that. Probably, since I've actually played, that series. I want both, Sparrow says. Yeah, why not both? Where's the sword school? Here it is, I think. Yeah. A new sword, fantastic, and you seem to have acquired new skills with it. One thing Nintendo really focuses on is the animation. Helps make the games more immersive. Luigi's Mansion 3 is probably the best animated game I've ever seen, Bellerjeff says. Wow. I mean, I remember being really blown away by Luigi's Mansion 1 when that came out. I thought that was such an amazing looking game. Also never played Half-Life beyond like the first 30 minutes of the first one, Stream Kyle says. Enjoyed Half-Life. I think I've forgotten most of the story by now, so I could easily replay it. It would almost be like a new game, Sparrow says. I love that. That's the way I feel about the Wind Waker. Even though I've already played that one, I feel like it would basically be a first playthrough at this point. It'd be basically exactly like one, because it's been a couple decades, and I remember so very little of it. A new sword, fantastic, and you seem to have acquired new skills with it. Yes, I'm ready to train you again, young swordsman, so will you accept this new training? Yes, please. I will now teach you a technique called the Rock Breaker, so pay attention. First, swing your sword to break pots. Actually, that's all there is, young swordsman. Do you understand? Yes. Nice. Yes, haha, good. If you had said you didn't understand, I would have serious doubts about you. Yes, but one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I'll now possess your body, so as to demonstrate the technique. That is the secret of the Swiftblade possession technique of training. Watch this. Possession. Now you must try it yourself. Break the pots with your sword, that's all. That's wonderful. Fine work, fantastic, even... Yes, fine work, fantastic even. I will now give you this Tiger Scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with the scroll. You learn the secret Rock Breaker fighting technique. Shatter pots and pulverize boulders with a single blow. That's what I was concerned about. Why is it called Rock Breaker? But it looks like we can indeed break rocks. Come again when you learn to run like the wind. Ooh. Pegasus boots incoming. Meow. The town is quiet enough, but past the gates there are monsters everywhere. You should visit Stockwell's shop and get outfitted before you go out there. I don't know. There's a boomerang. That boomerang is a real bargain at 300 rupees. Hey, will you buy it? You bet I will. I happen to have exactly 300 rupees, more or less. The 20th anniversary of the Wind Waker's American releases in March. Everything's always reminding me I'm getting old, Stream Kyle says. You got the boomerang. This well-crafted weapon returns when thrown. But you are a big spender, aren't you? Thank you. Beautiful. Even I'm a better sword fighter than my husband is. He can't even handle a butter knife. I really want to play a game, but this place isn't open yet. I guess I just got here too early. That's unfortunate. They're not open yet. Ah, well, we'll just have to come back later, won't we? Same thing here. If they're not open, put a closed door. Door is shut. We can't open it from this side. You know, if I can make shoes in my sleep, I must be in the right job. I wonder if we'll eventually get the Pegasus boots from this guy's store. Alright, I think there's one more thing I want to check out. And then we'll, be able to move on to that area that looked like it was new. But there was something down here. That was a big, scary enemy. Alright, I don't think this is gonna work, but I want to try. It does work! Victory! I remember being so excited to replay Ocarina of Time again in the GameCube with the Wind Waker pre-order bonus disc. Yeah, I got the disc that has Ocarina and Master Quest. Was that the Wind Waker pre-order disc? Because there was also a disc that had 4 Zelda games on it. That might have been for Twilight Princess. I had the one that had Master Quest. I didn't actually ever play it until, like, last year. A year before last. The thing about Master Quest, so I had a ton of trouble in the late game in Master Quest. I did really well up until the Shadow Temple, and then I started having trouble there. And the temple wasn't even really that bad. I was just not good at the bongo fight. And then after that, it was just completely terrible. The Spirit Temple ruined me. But I had trouble even getting to the Spirit Temple. I got lost in the Gerudo Fortress for like 3 hours. It's not even that big, and it's not even changed in the Master Quest version. I just somehow for 3 hours kept managing to overlook one doorway. And so I could never find the 4th Carpenter. I kept doubling back forever. It was horrific. It was horrific. It's one of the most embarrassing VODs you'll ever watch. Remember we had a really bad blizzard that year? My dad went to the store to pick up the pre-order disc before the storm hit. I was able to play it while being off of school from the snow. Nice. That's a fine memory. Sounds like very good times. Fire Temple really messed me up in Master Quest. Yeah, the water temple they made, I think they intentionally made easier because of its previous reputation. What a strange feeling. I sensed something from the castle's direction. Or was it just me? What? We now have, like, psychic visions as a way for them to put more story on top of us? Who's there? What? Fati, how did you get in here? What are you doing? Aha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha ha. I don't think the king's gonna make it. It looks like you're all here. Very well. The King of Hyrule has words for you. You all know of the power the Pickery gave to mankind, do you not? The golden light force of limitless magical power. I want it. It is somewhere here in Hyrule. Go now and bring me this power. Is Vati just evil Link? I mean, Vati reminds me, I guess, a bit more of Ganondorf. I think he does have kind of a Link-style cap. Bongo Bongo fight can be jank at times. I fired an arrow at the eye just to be shoved off the stage anyway. It's I had a rough time with that one. I had a really rough time with the Bongo Bongo fight. And then it was just all terrible after that. I have the 4-game disc too. Don't remember how I got it. It was another pre-order bonus, I think. I think it was a pre-order bonus for Twilight Princess, but I don't know because I didn't get it or Twilight Princess at release. Fun fact about the Water Temple: when you enter the boss room with Shadow Link, you know he's appeared when your reflection in the water goes missing. I always loved the Water Temple in the original Ocarina of Time. I was so bummed. I can't say that I share your feelings there. I really like the Fire Temple. I think that's my favorite temple in Ocarina of Time. It's not... I mean, it's a really linear temple, which is maybe not super interesting, but I like how you're going around and freeing all the Gorons as you move through. Because it's nice like when Link is doing something heroic in the world of the game. Because in so many games, like, Link is just the hero because he just is. So it's nice when you actually do something heroic for people in the game world. It's way past my bedtime, Sir Rack of Lamb says. I'm headed out. Have a great night/morning, everyone. Thank you for being here, Sir Rack of Lamb. Appreciate you hanging out with us and staying up past your bedtime even. I hope you sleep well. The Water Temple in Ocarina of Time, I got lost and confused so badly in the Water Temple that I convinced myself I'd somehow soft-locked, and so I erased my game and restarted. Sparrow says, I am using Chat GPT to help me with coding. My goodness, it's very scary. I heard a little bit about that recently. I haven't really looked at it myself yet, though. Curious to check it out and see what all the buzz is about. If I get the time. Waste no time. Go forth at once and bring me the light force. Fling anyone who refuses into the dungeon, him and his family too. I will tolerate no disobedience. Now search high and low throughout the lands of Hyrule. Maybe it's just the wind, but I hope nothing bad has happened. Anyway, we need to look for the next element. The map says it should be around here somewhere. Really? This is not where I was going to explore. Kinstones everywhere. My pockets are overflowing with kinstones. I asked it to write a greeting to you as a rap, but in the style of Shakespeare. I've heard examples like this before. I will ask it this. Write me a heartfelt greeting to my friend Frownie as a rap in the style of Shakespeare. Oh my goodness, this is a lot to read. Let me clear out these enemies, and then I'll take a look. Yo, Frownie, my dear friend, thy face may appear down, but let not the gloom descend. We'll turn that frown around. With words both sweet and true, I'll lift your spirits high. So let us bid adieu to all that makes you sigh. Take heart, dear friend of mine, for better days are near. We'll dance and drink and dine and banish all your fear. So let us raise a cup to friendship strong and true. Here's to you, oh Frownie, pup, my love for you anew. Alright, that's pretty impressive. It even knew to turn the frown around. That's pretty impressive. To put it mildly. It did that in an instant. AI is better than us, Bellard Chef says. Castor Wilds. Alright, so this must be the next area I'm supposed to go to. Let me just double check I didn't miss anything over here. I don't think I did. But, yeah, let's see. Alright, so there's maybe something down here yet. I'll start to question what's real anymore soon. I just noticed the Jankuary calendar. Did Jelly make that? She did. She made that. She made that last year for Jankuary. And I didn't think to ask her to update it or anything. I just turned it upside down tonight to differentiate it from yesterday. It's awesome. there's a starting. I've got a starting soon screen with the calendar on it too, but I can't find it. That's why we're still using the snowman. I planted a bean near my house, but it just doesn't want to grow. I guess that would be this bean. Huh. I wonder if I should bring water over here. I don't really want to waste a fairy to experiment, but... I'll do it anyway. But I am very lucky to have Jelly to make my art for me. Our art would be incredibly crude without her skills. I appear to have wasted my fairy for nothing. I can get another one pretty easily, though. My guess is that a kinstone is going to make that, it's going to make that seed grow at some point. I think they're down here. Nope. I know they're not terribly far away. They're pretty far away. There's a long way to go for a fairy. Hey, is this guy selling jars? Why, hello there. Thanks for coming by. I sell all kinds of Picolite. I just put it in your bottle and good stuff happens when you drink it. Okay. Well, that red Picolite will make your quest much easier. It makes it a cinch for you to find hearts. Care to buy some? Green Picolite is only for the most serious of collectors. It'll make it easier for you to find mysterious shells. That's an empty bottle. If I ever find a new kind of Picolite, I'll put it in there. White Picolite is great for people who want to get lucky and makes it easier for you to find kinstone pieces. Care to buy it? Nope. So the Light Force is some kind of treasure that can grant any wish. The king must be looking for it so that he can ensure peace in Hyrule. Oh no, more AI poetry. In January, my friend Frownie, you play a game so fine, Zelda the Minish cap. Oh, how funny your skills, they surely shine. But even as you quest and roam through fields and forest wild, remember to find some time to go home and rest. Friend Frownie, my dear. For January will pass, oh so fast, but memories will last forever, so have fun and make the most of this month, my dear, clever friend Frownie. I appreciate all the flattery. That's a... I hope that was written by an AI, because that one is quite a bit clunkier. If you now tell me that you wrote that to see whether or not I could tell, I may feel very bad. Sparrow says, "It wasn't me, it was the AI." All right. See, that felt kind of like it was written by an AI. That's a bit clunkier. It did a better job with Shakespeare. Sure, it wasn't you, Sparrow. All right, I got one apple slice left. I gotta munch this. Beller Jeff, oh, how cool a name, that's oh so fine. Just like the Fresh Prince, you rule our hearts and minds all the time. So here's to you, my dear Beller Jeff. May your days be bright and sunny, just like the show that we all love, The Fresh Prince, oh so funny. I feel so insincere right now. I like the music here. I didn't know it was a reimagining of the classic theme. Persian, like Sparrow says? Yeah, it sounds to me like Middle Eastern or somewhere in near that region. Thank you for the hydrate, Gaza Dazzler. Sitars and even bongo type sounds, yeah. It's good, it's good. Uh-oh. When are you gonna bring back the jelly beans? I'm not sure, Jeff. I would be more enthusiastic to bring back the spicy peppers. But even that I haven't gotten around to. Oh, hydrate. That's what I was trying to do. It's fun, Sparrow says. Often if there is an Egyptian-themed level in games, I tend to enjoy it. Speaking of spicy, I thought I almost killed one of my colleagues yesterday, Tusk says. Hopefully nothing serious. The jelly beans, like, I would like to do the jelly beans if I had a completely new set of flavors. My problem with the jelly beans is, like, it's just, after a very short amount of time, it's always the same things. And if there were a greater variety, I would be more eager to put them on the schedule again. But even when they release a new box, they only change one or two of the flavors each time, and the vast majority of them are carried over, so I don't know, it just gets old kind of quick. I actually felt like I kept the beans on the stream for far too long. For example, I really enjoy Sandopolis Zone in Sonic 3. I don't know that I'm such a fan of those types of levels because they tend to be heavily desert themed, and the desert is not my favorite biome. I have pepper extract and it's no joke. Oh goodness. In Japan, they have a Gatorade-esque drink called Aquarius. It's so good. It's like a less sweet Powerade. I've had 3 today. Trying to stay hydrated. I have not heard of this Aquarius drink. If you haven't played Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you might not have seen that one just yet, Frownie. I've only played part of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I put it on we did it one afternoon on a Friday. It was way harder than I was expecting. It put me in a less than great mood. I want to try Picari Sweat. It sounds gross, Sparrow says. It's similar to Picari Sweat. Desert themed areas are pretty boring, Jeff says. I miss the beans, Buddhafinger says. I have so many points now. I appreciate you building up those points, Buddhafingers, and hopefully someday I'll think of a good way to allow people to spend them. So this must be Castor Wild. It's a nasty, dank place filled with swampland and mire. But we know there's an element waiting for us in here, so in we go. Come on, Frown. Into the muck with us. I don't think we can walk fast enough to cross this swamp. We're going to have to find some way to get across safely. I put a few drops in some mayo, mix it up, spread it on my sandwich for lunch. He said he loves insanely spicy things and wanted to try some, so I cut about a quarter of my sandwich off, and when he took a bite, the look on his face was, this was a mistake. The extract is around 3.5 million Scoville units. Goodness. That's probably hotter than anything I've ever had. I like really spicy stuff, though. So I think I may be mistaken in... Like, this might be the area we're supposed to go to next, but... That's not gonna work for me. Hey, what up, John? Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Pleasure to have you with us. Tell us all about your stream and how things were going tonight. Welcome in, friends of One Up John. We're very happy to have you here. Hope your new year has gotten off to a great start. Sometimes put a drop on my tongue just for fun, so I'm pretty used to the heat it gives off. But John stood absolutely no chance to success. Playing Resident Evil Outbreak. What is that? What is Outbreak? I don't know that I've heard of this one. I warned him to. I wasn't just like, yeah, sure, have a bite, buddy. I was really trying to convince him it's a bad idea. Thanks for the shout out. No problems. Thank you for the raid. Happy to have you here. Alright, so Sparrow has shared Sandopolis Zone. Sandopolis Zone in Sonic 3 and Knuckles is a well-designed level because it effectively utilizes the gameplay mechanics and level structure to create a challenging and immersive experience for the player. The level features a desert theme and introduces new obstacles such as quicksand and rising and falling sand platforms. The use of these elements adds variety to the level and requires the player to be strategic in their movements. Additionally, the level features hidden paths and collectibles, encouraging exploration and adding replay value. Overall, the level design in Sandopolis Zone effectively enhances the gameplay and immerses the player in the game's desert setting. It's a little generic, but not a bad description. This is my first time playing it. It was a PlayStation 2 exclusive. You can play online. Okay, right on. So, I think I may have some slight vicarious experience with that game then, if it's on the PlayStation 2. I think one of my friends had it, and I think I remember him playing it in offline mode. If it's the same game I'm thinking about. We had kind of a laugh about just some of the random chatter from the non-playable characters that are on your team. Yeah, that the Sandopolis Zone paragraph was an essay written by AI. I think you're the only person I know who's ever played that, Tusk says. The game is so hard. The fact that it knows specifically about that level in a game. Mostly playing offline. The NPCs were sometimes helpful. I asked it to make its first response more concise, and that's still how wordy it was. Alright, well I think I actually have to go exploring other parts of the game world. This is, for anyone who's come in, if you're not familiar, this is the Legend of Zelda, the Minish cap on Game Boy Advance. We're using a GameCube to play it. And I'm actually using an N64 controller because I like it better for Game Boy games. I've got an adapter that lets me use it with the GameCube. And this is my first playthrough, and it's a really fun game. Definitely worth checking out. If you like 2D Zelda, this is a really good one. According to the map, we'll need to cross Castor Wilds. That unexplored region is where we must go to find the next element. The swamp covering Castor Wilds looks impassable on foot. What will we do? Brown, how long has it been since you left home? Your grandfather must be worried. Why don't you show your face at home? He must have plenty of news to share with you by now. Ahem, you know, I don't take students very often or anything, but for you I figured I could make an exception. Just a little one, you know. Oh, now you need me? I was starting to think you'd forgotten that I was even up here. I was starting to get a little lonely. So hungry. Rumble, rumble. That wasn't my stomach. It must have been the wind or something. I like Eslo quite a bit. I really like the puzzles in this game. They're good. They're clever. They make me feel clever when I solve them, which is what all you really want a puzzle to do, right? And I really like this Eslo character. The story stuff, it's fine. It's kind of mediocre in its details, but that's fine. Story doesn't have to be anything. Doesn't have to be anything special. That's not what I'm here for anyway. Hey Frown, every time I see you, you seem more and more confident. Say, have you been to Rim's shoe shop? His shoes really are the best. I'm sure they could help you on your quest. Why don't you give him a visit? Oh, the game... Alright, so the game has told me what to do. The hat has a stomach. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how the hat works. I love the Minish cap. It's one of my favorites. Have it on the Wii U Virtual Console. I bought this game in the late aughts. I bought a bunch of GBA games right before I moved to Korea because I thought that would be the best way for me to have games to play while I was living there. I bought a bunch of them and took them all with me and didn't play any of them. It actually turned out to be very easy to get retro games over there, so... So I didn't get around to buying any of the ones I didn't get around to playing any of the ones I brought with me. I bought all new ones. This came out at the end of the GBA life cycle, so it was overlooked. That's a shame. I don't even know why I'm bothering to look for that light force. I doubt anything that powerful could possibly exist anyway. don't think I'm ready for this yet. Well, that was convenient? Question mark. I was asking Chat GPT some really silly questions when I first started using it, and it told me off quite a few times. That's so weird. Wait a minute. He just collapsed into sleep, and he knocked some shoes down that were blocking my path, but then I shrank, and the shoes were gone for no reason. This is all very odd. Hey, you're Frown, right? You're the one who brought the sword to Master Malari. You're on a quest to help the princess, aren't you? I wish I could go on a quest, but then who'd make Rim shoes for him? Oh ho, you need Pegasus boots? Why, you were just in time. We made a pair just now while Rim was sleeping. But only Rim can put the finishing touches on them. Aha, that sleepyhead Rim is nearly impossible to wake up. If you want to wake him, you'll need to get an item from Syrup's hut. It's a little bit of a trek, but we'll mark it on your map for you. Hey, Rim has some other urgent business he should be working on. So please wake him up as soon as you can. Time's a-wastin'. Oh, we've done all we can with these shoes. You'll need to go to Syrup's hut so Rim can put on the finishing touches. Aha, Syrup's hut is just north of the Minish woods. Just check your map. Greg's Retro Channel, great to see you, Greg. Sleepyhead, Rim, har game. Yeah. Little on the nose. It's alright. It didn't like... The AI didn't like, Sparrow says, that I asked it how many instances of Australian tennis player Ash Barty it would take to reach the moon and back if stacked atop one another. Alright, that's a creative question. Hey, Rim has some other urgent... Alright, so... We've exhausted their dialogue. Probably a really good idea to fill my wallet back up, you know? What's in here? Wouldn't it be handy to have a bomb that blew up only when you wanted? I think I've chosen a very inefficient way to pass through these woods. It is exceedingly difficult to land on this lily pad. Well, this is not going to work. I think that's where I'm trying to get to, though. Alright. Love a good fog. Oh ho ho! Looks like we will be gaining the ability to swim at some point. I mean, not terribly surprising, but that's the first place I can recall, like, seeing an area and thinking, oh, I need to come back here and swim. What was this? This is just a... It's fairy fountain. Okay. No, it was just here. I was just here, and I already forgot what it was. Can stomach acid burn through glass? When was the last floppy disk produced? Why is pie never ending? How is pie used to draw a circle? Why is cake so delicious and moist? I'm not a mathematician, but I don't, it's difficult for me to believe that we can be so sure that pi never ends and never repeats when we have not calculated it to its completion. I'm suspicious that it's just a situation where, well, it's never repeated or ended yet, so it's safe to say it's never going to. But that's not necessarily a good assumption to work on. So I would hope that mathematicians would have a better reasoning. I love working in my garden. It makes me feel so close to nature. And sometimes, just sometimes, I dig up a kinstone from the ground. Someday, I will be able to dig. Rock and roll, I dug up another kinstone piece from my field. That rocks. Someday I will be able to dig, I suspect. And I will find kinstones, just like everyone else. Sometimes I quote music lines at it, too. No acid can burn through glass, Tusk says. Is that true? That's an interesting fact. Pie and cake. I lost my key. I can't get inside. And the spare key's inside the house. Oh, finally. Finally, we can do something at the ranch. I think you can basically crash a computer trying to calculate an unspecified amount of decimal places. I mean, I'm not surprised. I know it's a gigantic number. But just the again, just because it never has ended or repeated from what we've calculated doesn't mean that it won't ever. You got the Lon Lon Ranch key. Now you can open the ranch door. I can't open it from this side? I don't think Pi ever repeats in sequence. Like, it'll never be all ones or all nines. Right. I mean, I know that is what's said about it, but I don't know how that's known. Because unless we've calculated every number, we can't. I don't understand how we can know what it will do in the numbers that we've never calculated. The assumption that the future will be like the past, just because the past has always been like the future, is not a very good assumption. The exact value of pi has not yet been calculated to its full extent, and it is a constant subject of study in mathematics. Pi will consume us all. Wait, unless we are hungry. Other strong acids such as sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid can also potentially damage or dissolve glass, but this depends on the concentration of the acid and the type and thickness of the glass. Yes, that's true. Not all glass is exactly the same. Oh, our one and only spare key. I don't know how you got this, but I can't thank you enough. Tell me your name, Sonny. Frown? That's a great name. If you ever need to go to Lake Hylia, feel free to cut through our house. Thank you very much, Frown. Come visit us again. Excuse me, I will come visit you again immediately. You ready to help me out, Sonny? If you ever want to go to Lake Hylia, use the shortcut out behind our ranch. I was trying... Oh! Nice. I was trying to speak to the cow, is what I was trying to say. How tranquil. And those cows look so delicious. Kinstones are simply everywhere. Someday those trees will be turned into stumps, and I will use them to change my size. Lake Hylia. Here we go. Seemed like there are a lot of other pathways to explore there, too. That's awesome. The chemical engineer in me wants to argue with the AI, but also the chemical engineer in me says, yeah, that's also true. Rough. The AI doesn't know all. It can be wrong. It's also kind of knowledgeable at the same time. Cheap glass with impurities can be compromised by strong acids. I'll make sure to always store my acids in expensive glass, just to be safe. I wonder if I can fly to that island and get that heart piece before I'm supposed to. Nope. These rocks below me are preventing me from going that way. Probably the best bet. So I could have flown over there, too. Let's check that out first. But I couldn't have gone up there. I didn't think that was gonna work. There's nothing up here. I don't think I want to go this way, but again, I'm like, hey, it looks like I did want to go that way. Well, I hope the game gives me some way to get back. This way to Mayor Hagen's lakeside cabin. Hyrule has a mayor and a king? Nice! We finally got another piece of heart. I've been looking for a heart piece all night. With 7 hearts, I'm practically invincible. All digging absolutely prohibited. I imagine I'll be coming back here and digging immediately when I gain a shovel or other digging implement. Oh, this is probably Syrup's place? It is! I have to say, I'm already a fan of Syrup's house here. I like this vibrant pink roof. Ah, welcome. Care for some of Granny's homemade blue potion? One sip and you're full of energy. Please, look around. How about this mushroom? Ah yes, a fine choice, my dear. That's a limited time article. One whiff and you're wide awake. That is why it's called a wake-up mushroom. Would you like to buy it for 60 rupees? You bet. You got a wake-up mushroom. Its nasty stench chases away the sleepies. Hehehe, just face the sleepy snoozer and press R. That'll pop his eyes right open. Pop. Cool. I don't know if I've been talking an unusual amount or I've been talking unusually loud, but I'm really sort of feeling tonight's stream in my throat. I'm gonna need to drink some soothing tea or something. There's a Goron over there. This is one solid wall. I'm going to need a few friends to give me a hand. But the question is, why are you punching a wall? 50 rupees. Nice. This is a rather suspicious tree stump. Of course there's no light force here. What was I thinking? Stupid, stupid. The inn's open for business now. They're giving away a special gift to everyone who stays there. A heart piece? We need to find a nice quiet place where we can settle down. It's so nice to be here at last, and such a big town it is. Staying in this inn forever would start to be a bother. Ah, no, it's this guy again. Yay, yay. Wait. I don't mean to drop bombs. I don't mean to drop bombs on everyone I talk to. Hey, wait up. Hey, what do you know about that light force stuff? People are saying it's some kind of treasure that can grant you any wish. Anyway, now the king's in a big huff trying to find it. It's strange, though. He never struck me as the greedy type before. It's almost like he's a different person now. It seems you really get what you pay for here. Hi there, and welcome to the Happy Hearth. Need a rest, kid? Well, we can take care of that and even throw in a present to boot. Forget it. A 400 rupee room? Alright, I guess we have to get all the presents, so we'll just start with the cheap room. 50 rupees. The cheap room it is then. All payment up front, please. Thanks. Enjoy your stay. A kinstone piece. That's not a particularly exciting present. Alright, so when we have a lot more rupees in our pocket, we'll come back. We'll get. I'm sure there's a heart piece for the best room. I want to be real careful if I ever meet Frownie in person now, as I've seen his bomb-related antics. A wise move indeed. What's that? You're looking for something? Some kind of light force? Buggity buggity boo. Did I scare ya? Oh no, this is horrible. My cuckoos have gotten out. Can you catch them for me? We've already done this. Try to catch 3 of them within 25 seconds, please. And you can't go into buildings or leave town. This one's gold. Oh, the golden one's evil. Victory. Time's up. That's it. Thanks. Here's your reward. More shells. Yeah, it's 70 rupees. Doesn't it feel good to help others? Cool. If I recall correctly, and I guarantee that I do, my boy, I think Syrup said to stand in front of a sleeping person and press R. For a moment, I thought it didn't work. What? What is that terrifyingly bad smell? A wake-up mushroom? I should have guessed. So you woke me up? Thanks, I just remembered I have something urgent to do. Huh? What now? There are more new shoes? You probably won't believe this, but I have a strange habit of making shoes in my sleep. So you must have come here because you want some of my shoes, right? Tell you what, because you were nice enough to wake me, you can have them. Hold on a sec, though. I just want to finish this one last bit. And there we go. Here, take these. Those are my special Pegasus boots. They're so light, you'll feel like you're practically walking on air. Right. Hold the button to run faster than the wind. Oh, I need to hurry up and get working on that special order. The king asked me to make some shoes for Princess Zelda, you see. Thanks for waking me up. Come back if I can ever help you with shoe problems. Need to hurry up and make those shoes for Princess Zelda. Alright. Pegasus boots. We were just talking about those earlier. Now we can get another sword technique, which is probably just to run with our sword ahead of us. Ah, yes, you have the Pegasus boots, and you seem to have more skill, too. Yes, I'm ready to train you again. So, would you like to train here? Please. You will now learn a new technique, the dash attack. First, equip the Pegasus boots. Second, equip your sword. Third, run like crazy. That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Sure do. Yes, yes, you're my finest student. Just equip your sword and the Pegasus boots to any button you like, but one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. We've read this part a lot of times, so I'm going to just skip past that. No need to sit through repeated dialogue too many times. Try it yourself. Equip the Pegasus boots and your sword, and then run like crazy. Yes, fine work. You learn quickly. I will now give you this tiger scroll if you ever forget the technique and so forth. Run like the wind and attack. Come again when you can jump farther than any other. Jump. Alright, so we're going to get a feather as well. Very exciting. Alright, my friends, we've been at this for a good long while. I think this is going to be a fine place to wrap things up for the night. We've gotten the ability that's going to let us explore that area on the left, so we'll probably make our way up there and complete a dungeon the next time we pick this up, would be my guess. Let's go ahead and save. And we'll end things. We'll find someone to raid and call it a night. Thank you all for being here tonight, my friends. Thank you for enduring Tarzan with me. What a terrible experience. Tarzan on the Game Boy Color, don't ever play it. Oh goodness, don't ever play it. It is horrifyingly terrible. And I'm pretty sure we're going to try and finish it up at some point. I don't know that I'm going to have the courage to play it again tomorrow. We might give it another try tomorrow. It's really bad. It's really bad. There will be something bogus at the beginning of tomorrow's stream. In January, Jankuary is the name of the game. So we start off each night playing some selection that I don't have a lot of confidence in. Something kind of random from my collection that looks like it will be trash. That's how we start the night. We will play a quality game as well. Tomorrow night's quality game is Dark Souls in the second half. I don't know what I'm going to do. I found a new boss. I'm really unsure of how to fight him. So that'll probably be our primary order of business. Whether or not I make any meaningful discoveries, we'll have to wait and see. Great stream, Frownie. Thank you, Tusk. Thank you for being here. And you too, Jeff. Thank you. Thanks for the stream. Really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed having you here, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope you get to feeling better. I'm sorry it has to be. I'm sorry that your company has to have been enjoyed under unfortunate circumstances. So I hope you get feeling better again real soon. Cheers, Frownie. Cheers, Sparrow. So yeah, tomorrow night, Something Dubious and Dark Souls. Friday night, Something Dubious and Battletoads. That's what to be on the lookout for in upcoming streams. If you don't know, the stream usually starts around 11 p.m. Central Time, give or take. I sometimes make it a little early. Usually I make it a little late. We've got a Discord. If you're interested in joining that, you're more than welcome to join. Just send me a request via Whisper, and I'd be happy to whisper you an invite. And you can see what's upcoming on the schedule and get the notifications when we're going live, since the Twitch ones are not always super timely. And just keep in touch with other regulars around here if that interests you. If you're not following, you may want to consider doing so. If you would like to make sure that you catch us when we're live again, and remember to drop in. But either way, I'm really grateful for just having you here tonight, my friends. I hope that you are well until I get the opportunity to see you again. We're going to head toward Abby Rebel's stream. Abby does a lot of interesting things. She's done a Mario Marathon recently, which may or may not still be ongoing. I don't know if she's finished with that yet. She does a lot of arcade. She's a big fan of arcade games. And tonight she's playing Wheel of Fortune, though. And I think she's really getting into it, because it seems like she's been playing that a lot lately. So why don't we head over? I don't know what the rules are for the chat sort of guessing and helping, though. So be wary. I would say ask permission before guessing at answers, just to be safe. But thank you one last time, my friends. It's time to head out. I'm all out of stream. So let's go on an adventure.